markets. Today we're going to talk about how traditional banks are being disrupted by the FinTechs and what this means. Traditional banks, they're fading out of importance and relevance. They're doing their classic fade away, and the whole COVID-19, that's accelerating the disruption process. As we're trying to navigate which stocks to invest in, I just wanted to bring this to your attention, how technology is disrupting the traditional bank, the traditional banking system, and these stocks on the stock markets. This information is important if you are thinking about investing in traditional banking stocks or fintech stocks. Your fintech companies, which are financial technology companies, they are quietly dominating, if you haven't noticed, and they're gaining more power. If you look at the market capitalization of a company, that tells you how much a company is worth. Guess how much Bank of America is worth? Bank of America is worth $209 billion. Guess how much PayPal is worth? PayPal is worth $182 billion. That's pretty much neck and neck. If you think about it, the big Bank of America has nearly an equivalent market capitalization, nearly equivalent value as PayPal. PayPal is worth $182 billion, and Wells Fargo is worth $108 billion. PayPal is not too far off from JP Morgan's valuation of $296 billion. Fifth Third Bank is worth $14 billion, and Square is worth $35 billion. I've been tracking banking stocks ever since 2007 as we saw their sharp declines during the financial crisis. I've particularly been keeping an eye on JP Morgan Chase, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, and Fifth Third Bank. Bank of America is trading at the same price it was back in 2001. It's about half the price it was before the financial crisis. Wells Fargo is the same price that it was at during 2003. Fifth Third is trading at the same price that it was trading at during 1996. The bright spot is JP Morgan Chase. It's up almost 100% since 2007 before the financial crisis. That's because they were better positioned with a stronger balance sheet and through diversification to emerge out of the financial crisis a stronger company. But overall, in terms of traditional banking, what is going on and what is their future? First, let's understand what is unfolding right in front of our eyes. Let's see how traditional banks make money and how they're being attacked from every angle. We'll start off with the easy one. We'll start off with money transfers. Banks make money with bank wires, and they usually charge $15 to $25 for a domestic wire, about $45 to $50 for an international wire. If you didn't know, bank wires, they're becoming irrelevant. People prefer to Venmo money, use PayPal's free transfer service options, Bitcoin transfers, and cash apps like Square. Let's look at the lending through mortgages. I am a CPA and my background is in taxes. When I do a tax return for clients, I need the Form 1098. That's the mortgage interest paid to the lender. I do see a lot of 1098s from Chase and Wells Fargo. I mean, obviously they're big. However, I've been seeing more and more 1098s from Quicken Loans over the years. That's no longer a surprise because if you didn't know, Quicken Loans is now America's largest mortgage lender. Intuit owns Quicken Loans. Intuit is also the maker of TurboTax and QuickBooks. Let's talk about other ways that banks make money, traditional banks make money. The minimum balances and the monthly maintenance fees, people have gotten sick of those. And they've migrated to online banks such as Ally. Ally Bank is a great example of an online bank that doesn't have branches. They have no minimum balance requirements, no fees. You can deposit checks online using your phone. If you want, they can give you a debit card and even physical checks. You can use practically any ATM without an ATM fee, and they're also part of the Zelle network. Let's go over to money management. Money management is a very lucrative activity for the banks. And you know what's going on now? They have the robo-advisors that pretty much do the same thing at a fraction of the cost. These include M1 Finance, Betterment, Wealthfront, Ally Invest, Acorns, and many more. Old finance is being disrupted. It's a question of if these old finance companies will be nimble enough and can keep up with the evolution of the FinTechs, or if they will be left behind. I personally am avoiding Bank of America and Wells Fargo. JP Morgan probably has a better chance as they have proven to be resilient and adaptive. But I think it's going to be a real challenge for old finance in general. So just watch out. It's similar to retail sales and online shopping. Online sales drove Sears out of business. JCPenney was hanging on and getting smaller and smaller and smaller until they finally collapsed. Macy's is hanging on for dear life. Macy's is lucky that they have prime real estate, but their core business is struggling. It's due to disruption. It's going to be the same story for traditional banking. They'll need to keep up or just fade out of existence. But I'm glad to see the whole too big to fail will no longer be applicable. If you are new to this channel, and if you've enjoyed this investment report, please subscribe to our channel to track what stocks and investments that we are picking. We will have 4 portfolios set up so you can track what we are investing in so that you can invest alongside with us. Our portfolios will be good to go probably the second week of June, and they will be real money accounts, and they will have starting balances of $500, $5,000, $10,000, and $100,000. We'll be doing different things and having different goals in each portfolio. Therefore, they'll have different starting values. If you want to get started investing alongside us, you can use the Webull brokerage account in our description link below. And if you use that link, you'll receive 2 free stocks to get you started. You can also see our